Jay-Z spent 30 years building one message into his entire brand. Own your masters, own your business, never let the system cut your check. So why is half of Black Twitter calling this his most embarrassing business move in years? Because he just partnered with the one retailer a huge chunk of the Black community has spent the last year actively boycotting. Here's the deal. To celebrate the 30th anniversary of his debut album, Reasonable Doubt, Jay-Z teamed up with Target for an exclusive collector's edition, a white double vinyl packed with unreleased track versions, dropping June 26th only at Target. It's tied into a whole celebration, a comeback freestyle at Roots Picnic, a Duce tie-in, and a 3-night run at Yankee Stadium this July. On paper, it's a legacy artist marking a milestone. The problem is exactly where he chose to sell it. Because Target isn't just any store right now. After the retailer scaled back its diversity and inclusion commitments last year, a large portion of Black consumers organized to pull their spending entirely. That boycott has been one of the more visible, sustained consumer movements in recent memory. And now, the same artist who spent decades preaching economic independence has just handed Target a reason for Black shoppers to walk back through the doors. One widely shared comment summed up the mood, accusing Jay-Z of letting himself be used to remind the community that in the end, nobody actually follows through on the boycott. And this isn't even the first time critics have pointed this out. People are already dragging up his NFL partnership from years ago, signed while Colin Kaepernick was effectively frozen out of the league for kneeling. Another case of Jay-Z doing business with the exact institution the culture was supposedly standing against. That's the real sting here. It's not really about a vinyl record. It's about a man whose entire legacy is built on the word ownership, choosing repeatedly to do business with the institutions his own audience is trying to hold accountable. To be fair, not everyone's mad. Plenty of people are pointing out that Jay-Z has always been upfront about being an unapologetic capitalist, that artists aren't obligated to enforce a boycott they didn't organize, and that exclusive retail drops like this are just standard music industry business. Jay-Z himself hasn't responded to any of the criticism. So here's the question this whole thing boils down to. Is this just smart business from a billionaire who owes the culture nothing? Or is it proof that when push comes to shove, even the loudest voice on ownership will sell at the first store that writes a big enough check? Drop your take below and subscribe because this debate isn't cooling off anytime soon. Follow for more.